Hello there, I'm Caroline Tran from Triple J's Home and Hosed. What a week to be presenting Triple J TV's podcast. Have a look at what's in store. Coming up, Marie Cardi catches up with the presets. On Hack, Ronan Sharkey finds out about World Youth Day. And we've got Flicks with Mark Fennell and Cog Live. The presets have had a pretty amazing year so far. Recently, they played a special gig for Triple J in Melbourne, and Marie Cardi was lucky enough to hang out with Julian and Kimberly backstage.
Melbourne, and I'm joined today by these pulchritudinous purveyors of power electro. Do you like that? The
there was so many words in that I didn't know what
I had that so worked out beforehand. I'm really excited to use it. How are you, gentlemen? Pulchritudinous.
Pulchritudinous.
It's a nice word, isn't it?
Pulchritudinous.
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 Do you know what it means?
Is it like
beautiful.
Someone who likes to do a polka?
No, it means beautiful. It was a high compliment. Yeah, we'll start out on a good note. How are you?
Good.
Yes?
Yeah.
Now, you're so ubiquitous at the moment. You're all over the freaking media.
Oh, these words.
I'm dizzy.
Are you,
Can I have a glass of water?
are you tired of being on the media treadmill? Is it getting a bit tedious at all? Or?
Doing any Triple J media is like, that's a little rest period. It's
I'll stop
fun.
sucking up.
No, it's nice. It's easy. And then, you know, there's a big hill coming up. You've got to go back on commercial radio and do that.
I did a lot of research with interviews with you, and people always use exclamation marks when you're talking. Is that because you have such
Because we're yelling at them.
Are you,
It's because we're talking like this.
Deaf, so yeah, I'm probably always yelling.
Are you a bit deaf?
Maybe.
Really? Oh, you don't know if you are. You haven't been
I think
diagnosed.
probably.
This is one of the
I have to be.
downfalls. Really?
Yeah, well...
You'd have to. He's a drummer.
Yeah.
Like always with the drum. Like always with the drum.
With the drum. Yeah, it's back in Russia.
Banging. Verdorf.
People always ask us, you know, to describe our music. And we're like, well, no, we create the music. You describe it, music journalists.
That's the lazy journalist thing.
Describe
so tell me
your
what your
music
album
for
sounds
us.
like.
How would you describe your record? I'm like, well, first I would listen to it, and then I would use adjectives and describing words to write it down in a
So you
sentence.
know the word adjective. We're working with vocabulary here. Your music videos are pretty interesting. Do you come up with the concepts yourself?
No.
Well, I saw the first one, I was like, what's with that Barkman head and his funny friend? But
I
it's
asked
not.
exactly the same thing when they gave us the costumes to wear.
So you didn't choose your own costumes?
No, we got
we're
some
stylists.
really super duper creative people, obviously, who do that stuff for us.
What the
They're
premise,
friends of ours.
What are the premises behind both videos? I mean, behind the last two?
I think, like, with my people, it's we're somewhere alien and we're going somewhere and we get there and then there's lots of us. This boy's in love, we're in purgatory, and these two guys are fighting in milk.
Were the roles ever going to be reversed? Did everyone say, I've got this great idea, you should wrestle in milk, and we're going to just blow all this dust shit all over a pair of extras?
I think we got the better end of the stick when we're just hearing about how all the lights cooked the milk and the stench of the milk.
There's that scene at the end of the video where one guy's putting the other guy's head under the milk, kind of drowning him. And supposedly they did that shot 8 times and they had to keep pushing away all the lumpy milk.
Well,
How
the politics of, just speaking of my people, I mean, when you came on The Breakfast Show, we talked briefly about the politics, and it's a very admirable stance, obviously. But have you had any adverse reaction to that? Have you had anyone say, you musicians make music, stop telling us what to do, or stop commenting, or...
I think that all the people that feel that way about certain issues probably don't listen hard enough to the lyrics to really get them anyway. And they think it's probably just a party song.
Really?
And that's fine.
I sort of thought it was the other way around. Like, up until people started to know that it had some kind of political reference, they just thought it was really dumb. And they're like, I hate these lyrics. And then all of a sudden people were like, actually about this, blah, blah, blah.
Those guys are
so
so deep.
No, so listen to it.
You should try listening to the presets for once, not just dissing them.
Get me out from this place.
Word of the presets is spreading far and wide. Do you get just massive dickheads turning up at your shows thinking, please don't like our music?
None of them are ever going to be as massive dickheads as us.
Yeah.
No matter how dickhead you think you are.
You do this stuff and you put it out there and you hope as many people get into it as possible, and you don't try to be, like, controlling over it.
So you don't want to hold on to it, you're happy to just give it out?
No way, otherwise it's dead.
We used to play, years ago, tiny little, like, gay parties or really cool inner city parties with all these kids with cool hairstyles, you know. and 30 of them. And then suddenly more and more different kids started coming to shows, goth kids and surfer kids and all these different people started coming to the shows, and yeah, we were all in wanting to, come and have fun, whoever you are, and hopefully that's why people think I feel like they have a good time at our shows, because we hate cool people.
Yeah,
we really
doesn't?
hate cool people. We just want to have fun and be stupid, and the more people that can do that with us, the better it is.
Oh, I think that's a very nice chat with. Is there anything else you want to discuss while we're here?
I feel like we haven't really talked about anything
We've got
that we
some
should have
time
talked
together.
about.
What else do you think we should talk about?
No,
Is this the
nothing. I don't know.
publicist
You know,
thing?
I feel like you just had a really, no, and this is no reflection on you or the
okay,
interview,
this is
but
not gonna
sometimes
go
you do an interview and you think you haven't said anything good, and you feel like you've been on a really bad date and you've made a fool of yourself.
Thank you so much.
No, but
today.
not a bad date. I mean, you feel like you've been a really bad date.
No, you've been a fine date.
Have we been fun?
You have been fun. I'll call, so don't worry.